Hey everybody, welcome back to the last panel. I am Steve, known as the Labs Comic Fan, and with me today we have the esteemed people that join this channel because they are amazing people. And you can see there's two Bobs. There's one folded Bob's arms, and he's just going to stare at you for the rest of the show.
See, that one's cooler looking than me, so you always make me look so much cooler on the thumbnail than I actually am. So thank you for that, by the way.
You're welcome. You're welcome, sir. To my right, the esteemed Reverend Gray Poupée. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Ever since my ordainment, things have been going good. Happy to be here.
You're the top of the mustard. You're like right here. All the other mustards are down here.
I mean, they are not Dijon.
Oh, that's
a dash of white wine.
I'm sorry. And to his right, we have Lunchbox. Warren, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. Always happy to be here.
How's your week been, man?
It's been filled with lots of artwork, getting ready for a show coming up on the 18th. And today I worked at an estate sale where I carried a bunch of furniture around for old ladies and tried to shove it into their little compact cars. So it was a lot of fun today.
Is that a euphemism?
Is that what man whoring has become?
No, that would have been much more fun than what I did. So
try to shove it in their
I don't know, dude.
Car.
I don't know about that. We got Bob. Bob loves movies. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I can't complain. Actually finally put in my 2 weeks notice to my weekend job. So finally gonna get off of that. Yeah, I finally reached some of the goals that I was hoping to reach. So now I have time to eliminate some stress from my life. So,
All right. Well, I mean, that's good, dude. I mean, are you gonna grab something else, or are you just done?
No. I mean, with my weekday job, that's more than enough. I just was trying to get ahead and pay off a few things.
I totally understand that.
So now, what's funny though is when I took the job, I told my bosses it would be an 8-month gig. And it's now 3 years and 3 months later. So I was like, yeah, no, it's time
8
to
months,
step off.
It's all right. That's a lot. That's years, months, who knows? All time runs together, man. Especially
8
when you're
months plus 30. So
exactly.
Yeah, there you go. And to his left, the man, the myth, Chaz himself.
That's me.
No, how you doing, Charles? How's everything?
I'm good. My grandmother called me. She was complaining about having her back blown out by a young man. So I think I need to speak to Warren about something.
Oh, did she have an estate sale recently?
Yes.
Oh my. Don't worry, I treated her right.
He tried to stuff it in my tiny sedan.
Nothing would fit.
We're gonna make this fit. Don't you worry about it.
I brought a bottle of Jamatin and everything. It just didn't work.
Just relax.
So today's show is going to be a little bit easy. It's not going to be anything major here, but we're going to talk about what we'd like to see, what we're excited for coming out in 2026. For certain mediums like video games, especially, 2026 is a huge year. There's a lot of good shit coming out this year for video games. I'm not sure really about movies or television. I looked and I saw a few things that I was excited for, but we'll start that off. But firstly, Gray, 2026 so far, I know it's only been, a quarter of the way through, but what have you thought about the offerings in entertainment for 2026?
The offerings up to the entertainment gods from 2026. I think they've been pretty good, man. I've been kind of surprised. Granted, I've only seen like 60 films this year, but still, there's some really good ones out there.
60?
Yeah.
60 new releases or 60 total?
Yes. No, if we're counting total, it's way more than that. But yeah, man. I've been taking it a little bit easy this last month. Otherwise, I'd be up a little bit further. But I'm enjoying a shitload of them. I'm actually surprised. This seems like a pretty strong year so far. So yeah, man, I'm excited. And half of my list of stuff I was anticipating for this year hasn't even happened yet. We're just barely into April. So
I'm like 100 days into this year. Like,
Something like that.
Yeah.
What? A film every day and a half? That's not that big of a deal. A lot of them were ones that were
more.
A film is one thing. A new release every day?
Yeah, man. I like the cinema. I'm a fan.
You've watched more movies so far than I have in like the last decade.
I mean, Bob loves movies, but you got an obsession. You need like
I'm
MA
okay
or
with them.
something. You need Movies Anonymous.
I'm just saying, there's so many fun things out there. There's a Corey Feldman doc. Like, how could you say no to watching a Corey Feldman versus the world?
I'll agree with you there.
Did it get into his amazing musical prowess?
Oh, that's all it is.
It's all about that.
That's all
his
it
time
is?
with the
Oh,
Angels
my.
and his wedding. It is the most awkward footage of the most awkward wedding that then they ask for, donations for the wedding dinner. It gets weird, man. Like, I don't know why he okayed filming of certain moments. And there's a lot of kind of sketchy, hey, I'm going to get these girls drunk, turn off that camera type moments.
Yeah.
So, I highly recommend.
Let's think here for a second. And when you say that out loud, you might say, if you say it again, you might answer your own question. When you said, I don't know why Corey Feldman did whatever, blank. I think it answers itself. He's fucking Corey Feldman. Who the fuck?
Meth is a hell of a drug.
Yeah, who knows what that guy's thinking? But is it like a decent watch? Is it like a train wreck?
It's a train wreck.
It's a train wreck.
Yeah, you can't look away. And man, there's a couple of YouTube channels that are just going so much further into it. Jim and them have had the director on, and there's a lot of bonus footage and stuff going out there. So I would definitely if you're into the Feldman verse, if you love Feldog, check it out. It's a must watch.
It's on YouTube or Apple Plus. It's not really released, but you can rent it on YouTube.
Okay, gotcha. So, Warren, what do you think about 2026 so far, or is it not even been really on the radar for you? Because I know you've been busy with your comic book and stuff.
I mean, I watched 2 series that I thought were good. I watched the 3rd season of Primal, which was really well done, and then I watched the Spartacus spinoff, House of Asher, which was a little slow to start, but it ended really well. And then Luke Besson's Dracula, which I was really had my hopes up for that, but it turns out it was kind of, I don't know, I guess as the kids would say, mid. Like, it tried to do what was the Bram Stoker's Dracula did by doing heavy the love story, but it took out all of the horror elements. It was a very bright film. Like, even in the scenes that were supposed to be horror, it was very lightly lighted up. And then the action scenes were decent, but if you're going to do action lean into it, if you're going to do horror lean into it, it was not really either level. Like, I'd probably give it, like, out of a 10, I'd probably give it like maybe a 5. It was kind of disappointing. But so far, like you said, I've been real busy. There's stuff I want to see. The Boys is going right now. Invincible season 5, I think it is. It's going on right now.
Whatever it is. I know there's a new one. I did see that.
I need to catch Mario Galaxy, which I haven't got a chance to do yet.
I saw that.
Yes, there. I mean, my list of stuff coming up is pretty big. I was shocked on how many films I'm actually looking forward to this year. And TV show wise, there's only one that I know of right now. But yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Well, Bob, what about you? Same question, sir.
Well, compared to Gray, I kind of feel like Charlie and Willy Wonka, the Chocolate Factory, where they ask him how many Wonka bars he's opened, and he's like, 2. Gray says he's seen 60. I'm like, well, 6. You're like,
how much do I really love movies?
Exactly.
A jar of mustard.
No, I've been busy this year, so I haven't seen as much as I want to. But actually, there have been several that really surprised me. I thought Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die was pretty cool.
Indeed.
Sam Rockwell he's awesome in that. I thought Project Hail Mary was really good. I did see Mario this past week. I thought that was fun. I didn't think it was as good as the first one, but I did enjoy it. I'm trying to think what else I saw. I thought Solo Mio was kind of a surprise. I enjoyed that. What else have I seen that was pretty good? Send Help was fun also. That one was pretty good. And then as far as television goes, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms really stuck out to me. I thought that was a really good show so far.
I heard that was really good.
Yes, it really is. It's worth watching. Fallout I thought was fine. I did see One Piece, which season 2, which I really liked. And so overall, I think it's been pretty good. I think when you look ahead to what's coming out, I think this is going to be a much stronger year than last year. And I think they're off to a much better start this year with both Project Hail Mary and Mario doing pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen many. I've seen Mario. I don't know if I've seen anything else that came out this year. I just don't give a shit. But it seems like I'll say this from people talking. It seems like it's a better year than last year. But Charles, what do you think so far?
I don't know if I would entirely agree with that. I think by this time last year, I would have had a solid front runner, maybe an arguable 5-star movie. I can't say that yet this year. Like Bob brought up, the Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. Bone Temple was one that was solid. I actually just saw Crime 101 and really enjoyed that, but that's not something I would say is like a must watch. So there's a bunch of like 3.5/4 stars that I would say have come out, but by this time last year, there would have been at least one 4.5 or 5 thus
and that's
far.
understandable, but it seems like the majority of movies are better. There were so many bullshit. There was so much bullshit last year that was garbage.
I don't know. I
don't know either, but it just felt like that. It felt like all I heard was complaining. Just complaining and complaining.
On the flip side, what you have this year is just hype. I don't know if this year can match the hype that's surrounding like everything that's coming out this year. I've had people ask me like, "Oh, are you fired up for blank?" And it's like, no. Why are you? But I'd rather be fired up than disappointed, I guess. So what the hell do I know?
Yeah, so for me, it's more video games. Like I'm looking forward to Grand Theft Auto 6, which finally got an actual release date,
Again?
November 19th. No, and they never get. They always just said what quarter it would come out. They would always say that. This actually got a day, like an actual day. So I'm kind of excited about this. It's November 19th. So that's the like I would always hear like third quarter or fourth quarter of this year, or it would be definitely this year. This is where they actually set a firm date, and there's one last thing they have to do to make me go, okay, it is for sure coming out, and that's when. Well, no, once they hit their advertiser spots. Once they do that, then it's usually like 2 months. This is the way it happens with video games. It's usually about 2 months from advertising. But I'm also looking forward to 007 First Light, and that comes out in March. It just came out, or not March. Did it come out?
Not yet, no.
Yeah, it comes out May, right? May.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. And then there's Wolverine, which I am very much looking for, and that comes out in September, I believe. I'm not sure, but that's for PlayStation players. I guess Sony doesn't give a shit about Xbox, but neither do I. So there's that.
Nor does Microsoft.
No, Microsoft does not give a shit. I mean, honestly, right now, I don't think anybody gives a shit about the video games because they're just hiking prices left and right for systems and literally like chipsets and RAM sets that were like just a year ago, like this much money, they're like 3 times as much now. That's why I'm glad I built an amazing PC last year, because if not, the PC that I would have now would be like a car payment. Or like an actual small car. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. But Gray, what's some movies that you're looking forward to this year, sir?
Yeah, so there's a few of them that I've missed that I still want to go back and get, but man, we've still got everything coming up this one. So I'm not expecting it to be good, but Lee Cronin's The Mummy is coming out. I don't know what it is about mummy movies. I like them, so I'm looking forward to that in a couple of weeks. And then the Michael doc, it drops. I don't know, man. I've heard interesting things about it. It looks kind of amazing. It looks like they're really capturing a visual element that kind of works for it. But I've heard weird things that they had to like redo the entire third act of it. That apparently before it included some of the lawsuit stuff, and now they had to redo it to take it out. So I don't know how that's going to work. And then there's kind of rumors of a second one coming out at some point.
Well,
so
it was supposed to be an awards darling that was going to be released in December, and now it's coming out in April, which is
I know
not
it's
when awards
so
movies
weird.
get released.
So I kind of want to see that. They're doing an Animal Farm thing. It's an animated one with Andy Serkis directing. I don't know. Animal Farm is just one of those stories that really works for me. And then Mortal Kombat, man. I got to see Mortal Kombat 2. I did not have any interest in seeing any other Mortal Kombat movies ever, but they've sucked me in. What can I say? I'm totally into this. So really looking forward to that. And then one that's not showing up on people's radars, but The Sheep Detective. It looks amazing, man. You got animals, you got detectives. They're talking. It's like Babe and Clue together. Come on. How can you get better? And you got Hugh Jackman in it. Who doesn't want a Hugh Jackman? So yeah, and that's just in like May. After that, we also get Mando Grogu, which seems kind of cool. The next month is kind of packed. You got Spielberg's Disclosure Day, and then Scary Movie 6, Toy Story 5. I don't know, man. All of those interest me. I think they could fuck them up, but as of right now, I kind of have confidence that I want to see these things. And then that is June, which the big one of June is Supergirl. And everything I've seen of this, man, it is one of my favorite runs of that character. I just absolutely love the Woman of Tomorrow whole storyline. And it looks like they've aesthetically got it. And then the full trailer that they just released, it kind of sucked me in. Like they've changed what the character, the main villain looks like. But other than that, they're really matching the aesthetics of the book. I think doing that Call Me as the teaser trailer where it was all the Blondie song, it rubbed people the wrong way, but it doesn't look like this is going to be just some straight up James Gunn thing to me. So I don't know. I'm really excited for that. I think that's the biggest one that I'm excited for this year. I hope they do that storyline justice. I think they are. I have some faith in it. And then I think Charles's favorite comes out right after that. And that's just the summer, man. We've got the entire fall after that.
What is my favorite?
Oh, come on, man. It's Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. It's coming out in July.
Hopefully. Hopefully it's my favorite is what I mean. Not hopefully it's coming. Oh, hopefully it's coming out, yes, but hopefully it would be my favorite.
I don't see how it can compete with Oh Brother Where Art Thou, but fair enough. I'm open to another reinterpretation of The Odyssey.
Yep. Homer gets a lot of stuff, man. Gets a lot of stuff. But we got Doc made a comment here that says he just finished up upgrading a lot of shit in his desktop, including GPU. Well, you should be glad, because if you check any PC worlds and stuff like that, everything's going up at least 20%. There's a RAM shortage. There's all sorts of stuff that's going on right now. The video card, the 5090s that I have at 32 gigs, I got two of them in my PC. So those were like $3,000 a pop. Like, so, you know what I mean? Like, and where before they were like, like 2,000. So the higher end stuff, like the stuff that they're doing, especially RAM sets, is getting insane. It's getting crazy. So that's good that you did that. That's good. They're claiming a shortage, like with chipsets and stuff like that.
Because AI is using all of it,
which is probably true. But yeah, that's there's seems to be, for me. I've only got one movie that I wanted to see, which was Mario, and I saw it with the kid, and that was a lot of fun.
Would you give it a wahoo?
Yeah.
Wahoo!
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I said wahoo, as you're supposed to, as one does. But yeah, the Marvel movies, I'm not. They haven't impressed me in so long. I just don't even care anymore. Like, I'll go see them. It's just like, but I just don't give a shit. Like, I just don't like, if it's good, that's icing on the bad cake that I'm prepared to, go eat. And if I didn't have the movie theater that I have by my house, I would not be going to Pittsburgh to see these movies. So if anybody has, what you think of the new Marvel? I didn't watch it. I'm not paying $40 to go see that shit. But I'll pay $8 to go see it locally. You know, $12 with popcorn and a drink. So I mean, yeah, you know, that's the way that I look at that. So like Spider-Man and Doomsday. I know those are supposed to be really big releases for Marvel.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't even know what to think. You know what I mean?
What about the DC releases? So you got Supergirl, and then you've got Clayface.
I'm looking
coming a little bit after that.
I don't know about the movies. Like I will go see Supergirl. I don't think it's going to be as bad as people are saying. But DC, to me, like, they're very, with their movies, they're so hit or miss. They're so hit or miss. Warner Brothers is such a hit or miss thing when they do their superhero movies. Like, so I don't know. Like, it seems like they're trying to compete with the MCU, which doesn't make any sense right now because it seems like nobody gives a shit except the diehards. And the diehards will always be there. You know, you got to make the movie accessible for everyone to go see. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to Lanterns, even though in the trailer I didn't see much of any Green Lantern.
There was like a tattered old green uniform.
I saw a lot of gray lanterns.
Based.
But I am looking forward to the show. So I'm hoping that will be good. I'm really hoping that will be good because that's something that you could play with easily. Because I mean, it's basically space cops. You know what I mean? Like that's something that could be easy to do. That could be very easy to make good. And I hope that they do. There's so much lore that goes into the Green Lantern, and DC has so much rich lore that they don't use, which I don't understand why. It's like I get it. You want to make your version of your vision of this character's movie. It's like, why not just make the fucking story that sold 5 million books? People liked that. Why don't you fucking do that? And people will come see your fucking movie. Seems like it writes itself, but you know, I don't know. But Warren, what's some movies that you're wanting to see here?
Right now I am interested in three films that are I'm interested: Doomsday, Supergirl, and Mandalorian, because all three of these films are critically important for the franchises. They're franchises that are all not in great places. Probably Supergirl's Gun DC's probably in the best place out of those three, but I'm interested to see how they do and if they revitalize like Star Wars, how it helps it out. I heard the Darth Maul series is really good, so that helps out going into it. If Mandalorian Grogu turns out to be good, that'll give some pep under Star Wars and hopefully start pushing that up a little bit better. And for me, Doomsday is kind of like a Hail Mary for Marvel, so I'm really hoping that turns out good. I'd love to see a really good film out of that one. So those are three real interesting prospects. But I'm excited for Violent Night 2 because I love the first Violent Night. The Death of Robin Hood looks really good. That's that. I think Hugh Jackman plays Robin Hood, and that he's older. He-Man has been really. I think the trailers look a lot of fun, so I'm really interested in that one. And also, Street Fighter is another one that I'm really interested in because that was another one that the trailer looked really good at was Street Fighter. Digger, Odyssey, stuff like that. I think Clayface is going to be interesting. There's some stuff that I'm like more interested in how they do than I am in actually watching the film. But yeah, those are some on the list there. I mean, I got a couple more, but apparently Godzilla Minus Zero is coming out in Japan in November. But yes. I don't know if that means an American release.
It'll probably be at the end of in December. I would guess if it's coming out in November, it would probably be December if they're tracking like.
I'm really interested in that one because I loved Minus One. So Minus Zero, I heard phenomenal. Oh, it was absolutely phenomenal. So there's there's a lot of exciting stuff coming down and a lot of like behind the scenes storylines that I'm really interested in on how they do for the health of these franchises. Because like if Doomsday falls flat, it's going to be interesting to see how Disney bounces back from that. Do they continue on? Does Feige get fired? Do they just decide to do a reboot and trash Secret Wars? There's a lot of storyline. I doubt it too. It would have to be really, really, really terrible. And I don't even see Doomsday. I can see Doomsday making $1 billion just from the fact of who's in it and the hype. But it's interesting year. Some of these storylines, like there's a lot of hate being thrown at Gunn, but a lot of it's coming from Snyder Bros, who would hate James Gunn if he started shitting out cures for cancer. They would still hate him. So, but Supergirl is a kind of an important film for him because it's not his movie. We only had Superman, so now we get to see another film in what he's trying to do, and it's kind of the leapfrog into Man of Tomorrow. So it'll be interesting. That and Lanterns looks really good too. So lots of cool stuff.
I think DC's making a mistake. This is just my opinion by doing Supergirl and then another Superman. Like,
yeah.
Well, they got Clayface in September.
But nobody's going to give a shit. Not the
I do.
Mainstream people are not going to give a shit, even if it does well, which is good because it'll be low budget, and I hope they go full bore with it. It won't take a lot to be successful for that movie. But I'm saying when you step back and you look at what one has to offer and what one's giving you, this massive movie with all of these people and all these characters that and then DC's giving you super, and then Clayface. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta establish the Trinity. You have to. That's what DC is based on. You have to establish Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. Yeah, you have to do it.
The Matt Reeves thing is kind of a wrench in the thing, though, since you still got the Batman going on.
It sure is.
They should have been fast tracking Wonder Woman. They should have been fast tracking Wonder Woman then.
They don't need to reestablish Batman right now. Like, Batman's the one thing that you can release and not have any pomp and circumstance, and people will go see it. Batman's fine.
I just look at the if this doesn't take off and do well, they're gonna lose before they get to even making Batman. That's the whole point. Batman does well. That's why you need a Batman movie.
Well, John's contract is up after Man of Tomorrow, so that if he doesn't do good, Paramount's going to shit can him and go in a whole.
They're going to be like, "You're done."
Yeah, so it's that's why it's so interesting. Like Supergirl and then Man of Tomorrow could save Gunn's universe. If not, they might do another reboot or keep it going, but with the new direction head where they fast track Wonder Woman and Batman.
Don't get me wrong. I don't want them to just make a movie just to make it. But there's a caveat of those are the characters that people associate with DC. Those are the things you need to establish them. That is literally what holds up their books. That is what holds up their direct-to-video. That sells well. That's every single thing about DC is based on those three characters. Everything revolves around them. And right. I look at Supergirl being something that could be made at any point in time, not your second movie. That doesn't seem like I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to do the Marvel formula, let's take a C-list character like they did with Iron Man and make this movie and it'll catch on to people. But there's such a sour taste in people's mouth from Superman, regardless of what I want to think. I thought it was great. I liked it. Right. But the majority of people did not like the movie. And I don't
hope
think
it's
making
effective for them
is another way to go. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
it needs to do well
in America,
outside of the United States.
In America, they liked Superman. It was international that hurt them.
But in America makes up the most of everybody.
Well, yeah. I said in America, they loved it. It had low drop-offs every weekend.
It did great here.
Yeah, it did great in America.
And it did great on video on demand. It did fucking phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
Video on demand. So, I mean, there's different avenues of money, and the way that movies are taking in money is changing 100% for sure. I'm just looking at the bottom line. Like, how many you've already got franchises that have been rebooted how many times? People are already sick of it. You know what I mean? Like the one guy that they actually liked, Henry Cavill, like, no, see you later, bye, you're gone. You know, it just seems like they've been making a lot of mistakes, and they should hit up what they've been doing comic book wise. They should be doing
DC
that.
Warner has made a ton of mistakes, especially with like the whole Snyder verse and how they deployed everything and then how they got into it. He looks like he's taking a different approach this way. Like it's still connected, but you're expanding the lore. You get to see a lot more of Krypton in this. I hope the approach works for him.
I hope so too. You know how I feel about DC. You know I want this to work. Like DC is. I know so much more about DC than I do Marvel. I want this to work so bad. I really, really want it to. I hope it does. I'm gonna see it regardless. Like I'm gonna see it, and I'm probably gonna like it. Just because I know, like I like that type of story. So, but yeah, that's real interesting. Your list is very interesting, Warren. Doomsday is the weird one. That's the weird one because it feels like there's just no build up for it. It's just like here it is. Here's a fuck ton of people. Here's a $1 billion budget.
Well, that's what happened was when the Kang thing fell through and they did the switch up. Now Doomsday is carrying the whole franchise on its shoulders. I mean, you can argue that Spider-Man Brand New Day, which the trailer looked interesting, can do some lifting, but that's Sony. I mean, that's not Marvel. And this tentpole film for them is happening without any kind of build up whatsoever. Except
we got one scene. That was it. One scene of him standing there like this next to Franklin.
And it was it has no build up at all. It's going completely off a nostalgia bait. And if it's true that what the budget's at, if it's true with they're writing it as they go, it's one of the, I mean, there's a lot of like warning signs for this. I mean, Supergirl's supposed budget's like $100 million. And if that's true, with video on demand, if it does good internationally, you're talking about a huge moneymaker for Warner Brothers. Doomsday might have to clear like, $2 billion when it's all said and done in order to be what they consider a profitable success.
Yeah, I don't think they care about that. I think they're ending this going Doomsday, then 2 Secret Wars, and then reboot. I think that's what's happening here. That's what it feels like to me.
The reboot after Secret Wars is much needed. I know they have a lot of cool plans. Like Sony will not allow them to use Spider-Man in any kind of TV series, but they'll let them use them in movies. So there's been talks of having Spider-Man in like a Fantastic Four movie. There's talks of doing a Daredevil possible movie. So that way him and Daredevil can team up together. There's different stuff along those lines. So it'll be interesting to see how this all turns out. That it's Doomsday is one of those films where I'm just as interested in how it's going to affect the franchise as it is seeing the movie itself. It's a very interesting deal because it feels like a Hail Mary, really.
Yeah, that's true. Charles, did you have something to say? I know you were kind of saying something a little bit.
I don't remember.
Okay. Well, I'll just go to you. How do you feel about, because I know like you're one of the guys that's kind of like how I felt like you were like looking forward to certain things and then it just dropped off for you in the Marvel aspect. It just dropped the fuck off. Like I haven't really looked forward to anything beyond
that's what I was reacting to Warren talking about the Spider-Man trailer. If anything, I was just like, what? I watched it and just felt, I don't know, like dejected because it's like what it's him in an alternate universe or like he was never. How long ago was the most
in a regular universe? I think he's there.
But like, they don't know who he is.
Yeah, but because of the end of the No Way Home.
That's the other thing too. When I watch these movies, it's like I have the Men in Black thing happen to me where I just forget everything that happens.
Yeah, they don't know who he is because of the end of No Way Home.
Yeah, I rewatched them before I watched new ones, so maybe I don't know. I still.
But I know what you're saying, though. I know what you're saying. I do know what you're saying.
This like alternate universe thing that like everyone's doing it now. It's kind of, I don't know,
played out as fuck.
Yeah. Like, can you like separate yourself from everything else? I mean, if anything, Marvel should have learned from the last 5 years that doing
that it doesn't work.
Elseworlds or whatever the fuck they were calling it. Like it's just it doesn't work. You really need to set that up, and instead of setting it up, they just kind of had it connecting all these other movies where it's just like, yeah, here's a multiverse for this, here's a multiverse for this, and it's just like, I'm sorry, I'm not doing homework. I'm not doing homework for your movie.
And you had to watch the
TV shows,
yeah, especially Loki, to even remotely understand any of it.
Yeah, I'm not investing 10 hours on your poorly put together 90 minutes.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you on that, because I mean, I've talked to death about all of that stuff, but yeah, I want these movies to be successsull, right?
Who doesn't? Like, who spends money and goes to something and like, I can't wait to fucking hate this?
There's a lot of people. There's a lot. Apparently, it's very popular.
People's entire careers off of hating everything that's done. From
we had one in the comments earlier. No, we did. Calling you out, MSK. That's why he goes to the 3 films he goes to in a year.
That's very true. That's very true. But yeah, like I want them to be successful, but I also want it to be like where it was before. Like that whenever I was like, Captain America Winter Soldier is coming out. I know the comic book story was really good. I know it's not going to be like the comic book, but I know it's going to be good. I know it is. I know it's going to be a good movie. Now it's been like, for like Charles said, the last 5 years, it's been one crap after the other, and then there's like a good one mixed in there, like a decent one, half decent one here, half decent one there, and then you don't know what to go see. You don't know, and you have to wait on word of mouth, and when that happens, you don't know who to believe, so you have to go see it, and then you end up going, I didn't want to watch that fucking movie.
The other thing is, like, but we've been coming up on 20 years now of like Marvel in movies, and the world's always kind of been at shit, but Marvel was doing well when we were whatever we resemble calm. The world is extra shitty now, and the meta nature of things just, we know the world sucks. This is why I liked Superman from a year or two ago. It was sincere. It was just like hopeful. Like, hey, yeah, the world sucks. If this were to be happening in real life, we would want to look to someone. What a novel idea to have someone to look up to. I don't think meta works when like it's just depressing to watch the news. So we are, the real world sucks. Can you not make the fake world shitty and miserable too, please? Thanks.
Yep. Hey, Bob Lavis Mavius.
What? I want to see that video, man.
You will. You'll see it. What do you got on your list, and what are you looking forward to?
Man, are we talking just what I'm going to watch, or what I actually am looking forward to watching?
Anything what you're looking forward to.
Okay. No, the reason I say that is because, of course, I'm going to go see probably more than what I'm actually anticipating.
Correct.
But just some of the things I'm really looking forward to. I'm really looking forward to Michael at the end of the month. I already got my ticket for that, so I really hope that that's good. Mortal Kombat 2 is one I'm looking forward to, and Gray, I'm actually looking forward to the Sheep Detectives 2. I actually think that looks kind of cool. So I plan on checking that out. There's one called In the Gray coming out with Jake Gyllenhaal and Henry Cavill. That's a Guy Ritchie movie. So
do they have a jar of mustard with them?
I don't think so.
Oh, damn.
But yeah, that one looks pretty cool. Let's see what else. Looking here in May, there's a movie called The Pressure coming out where what's his name? Brendan Fraser is playing Dwight D. Eisenhower, and it's kind of the build up to D-Day.
Yeah, that one looks really interesting.
Yeah, that one looks cool. Of course, The Mandalorian Grogu, I think that's going to be fun. I don't think it's going to be great per se, but I think it'll be a fun movie. And Warren, you actually mentioned the Darth Maul series about how that could possibly.
How is that?
I watched the first 2 episodes. I liked it. I'm hoping the rest of it will be pretty good, but first 2 episodes in, I'm pleased with it. I think the animation is really good on it. And to be fair, I've always thought Dave Filoni did a good job with the animation. aspect of Star Wars. So I think with this one, he's kind of taking it up a notch as far as the animation style. It looks a little bit better.
He's very good at the because he can get away with a lot of doing the actual lore and not studio involvement, saying no, we want this, and this. Yeah.
So far I'm liking it, and hopefully that does get some excitement for the Mandalorian and Grogu. Looking into June, Masters of the Universe, like you, Warren, I've really enjoyed those trailers. So I am planning to see that opening day. I got my fingers crossed on that one. Scary Movie 6. Gray mentioned Disclosure Day. I do think that's going to be pretty good. That's actually moving up my list.
Is that the Spielberg UFO one? So, okay, explain, what is that actually about? I have no idea. I know what it is, but what is it about?
That's a good question. I don't know.
So
but
does anybody?
Cool.
Oh, okay.
No,
I haven't
the
even.
trailer.
Trailer. I have not seen the trailer yet. I'll go.
The trailer kind of shows an alien signal talking to one of the characters, and someone knows. It's like essentially someone has information to disclose the truth, and then the government agencies are trying to stop them, and there seems to be some kind of mind control element to it. It's hard to tell from the
real
trailer.
life. No.
Yeah, it does kind of have that Counters of the Third Kind kind of feel, but a little bit more on the I want to say horror, but it's not really, more tense than that. But it's interesting to see. It does look interesting.
The trailer doesn't give that much away.
It doesn't at all.
That's why it's hard to know what it's really.
But that's good though, right?
What it's all about. Yeah. Every trailer has made me more interested in it, and so it's moving up my list of anticipated films.
Because like that's what they should do. They should make you interested, but not give it away. Like
the best trailer of all time was Independence Day. Just a shadow over the Empire State Building. Like, well, what's that about? That's all they showed you.
Let's see. Supergirl. I'm gonna check that out, and I am anticipating it because I really do hope it's good. I want it to be good. So I'm again keeping my fingers crossed on this one. I have not been impressed with the trailers, but I really want it to be good because like you, Lapsed, I love the DC characters, so I want it to be good. Looking into July, there's a film called Young Washington that's coming out that looks kind of interesting, coming out on July 4th. That's going to be focused on George Washington, but during the French and Indian War.
Okay, yeah, is that when he's like crossing the one, like making his way up no, not the Delaware.
No. Oh, you mean like when he's crossing like on the horse and whatnot in the trailer? Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks interesting, and you don't see too many films from the French and Indian War, so I'm looking forward to that. Let's see. The Odyssey is another one of my highly anticipated films. I like Christopher Nolan's movies, so I want to see that. Spider-Man Brand New Day, I'm looking forward to. There's one coming out in August called The End of Oak Street. I haven't seen the trailer for it yet. I do need to take time to see that. Yes, you haven't seen the trailer, but I heard the premise for it, and I'm like, okay, that sounds kind of
like
interesting.
This entire neighborhood.
Is that
in a prehistoric era?
J.J. Abrams movie. I've seen.
He produces it. He's not actually writing and directing. So.
The trailer though, dude. Like, they like the neighborhood like ends up in the prehistoric times, and then people are running, and she's like, "I think we're not where we're supposed to be," or some shit. Like, I'm like, "There's fucking dinosaurs."
Yeah, so I want to check that out.
I hope it's fun. That's all. Anything with dinosaurs, I just hope it's fun.
Yeah,
it's like, man, Jurassic Park used to be so good, and now it's turned into what it's turned into.
Yeah, and you hope that it's just one of those movies that you can go into, eat some popcorn, drink a soda, come out, and you just had a good time. That's what I'm hoping that it is. Also towards the end of August, Coyote versus Acme is one that I'm looking forward to. I don't know if you guys have heard about that one, but that's the one where it kind of got shelved for some time, and they thought to get it out, and finally it's coming out. But the whole premise of it is that after all these years of the Acme products not working, Wile E. Coyote is finally suing Acme for that. So that sounds like it could be kind of fun.
That's funny.
Let's see. Looking into into the fall, Digger in October wanting to see Street Fighter, Clayface. Into November, Godzilla Minus Zero is definitely on my radar. I loved the first film, so I'm hoping that that's really good. The Hunger Games, Sunrise on the Reaping. I do like the Hunger Games movies, so I will definitely go see that one. I Play Rocky should be kind of cool. That's the film about the making of the first Rocky movie and the behind the scenes story of that.
Didn't he say he has like 300 or 400 hours of footage that's like from like stuff that he cut that was supposed to be on like some sort of DVD or some sort of thing? Not all of it, but he had like all this cut footage that he was going to make like a making of, and then he decided that it was worth making a movie about it.
Yeah, I guess that was the case, but yeah, I saw the guy who they cast to play Stallone, and yeah, I mean, he looks cool, so I'm gonna give that a shot. I love the Rocky series,
I hope they add the footage on there. Like that would
be really cool if they did
to
that.
Add the footage onto the Blu-ray or something. Like that would be really cool to do.
That it would be. Going into December, you've got Avengers Doomsday. I'm curious to see that. I'm not really anticipating it like I would think that I would be, but
nobody is.
Yeah.
Well, nobody like that is actually being realistic about the superhero movies.
Yeah,
and I mean, look around me. You know, you'd think I'd be like, "Fucking A, baby." I'm like, I don't give a shit. I don't care. I'm gonna see it, but like I said, if I had to pay Pittsburgh prices, I wouldn't be seeing it.
You're like, screw it.
No, I would not be going.
I actually think Marvel would be smart if they would move Doomsday up a week early. Because right now it's supposed to open the same day as Dune Part 3.
And that's gonna probably
now
be
that
huge.
I'm actually very anticipating.
Yes.
I'm really looking forward to that one.
Me and my buddy John,
really
we
cool.
saw that in the IMAX with the DTS sound. That was the first one, dude. That was fucking incredible.
It was. Really I took my oldest son to see that first one, and we hadn't been in the movie maybe 10 minutes when both of us were just like looking at the screen. Our jaws were just like, I mean, it was definitely something to see. So
there's also that new TCL. So TCL, the company, they bought like some Sony technology. You could look this up. It's like a QES thing. The new televisions. Have you guys seen these things?
No, I haven't.
Dude, it's unbelievable looking. Like I've never seen anything like it. It's like a small LED. It's not even like the pixels on them are so freaking small, right? That basically like the black to white areas are like almost 1,000 times more magnified. Like it's like the HDR on it, everything. This stuff looked so realistic. Like sitting there watching it, I was at was it not Best Buy? It was, I can't remember the name of the place. It was in the mall in Pittsburgh, and
Radio
I was
Shack?
Looking at it. Yes, it was Radio
Circuit
Shack,
City.
Charles. It was one of those, but it was amazing. And I started his prices are insane. How about that documentary? You watched that?
Yeah,
Crazy Eddie documentary. Yeah. That was amazing. But they're super expensive right now. Go look it up. It's like QES technology or whatever for TCL, dude. I'm talking like it's a jump from, if you remember when we went from like regular definition to high definition, like that big of a jump. This makes like 4K TVs look like shit. Like I'm talking like it's unreal how crazy this looks. And supposedly there in 2027, there's going to be front face projected movies that uses that same technology. And that should be pretty fucking cool.
Cool.
Yeah, you could actually run film off of it. I would like to see how that works. Like, how does that work with actual film? Be pretty neat. Pretty neat.
Just one last movie to mention. December, Werewolf, the Robert Eggers film. I liked what he did with Nosferatu, so I'm curious to see this one.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good. Is there anybody looking, or Charles, we'll go to you first before I ask this question. Is there anything you're looking forward to? coming out?
Yeah, I'll just bring up some stuff that wasn't brought up just for the sake of being a bit more tight. Practical Magic 2. I'm shocked no one brought up Practical Magic 2. Comes out on 9/11, everyone, as if to say, well, I don't need to tell you what that date reminds you of.
Never forget, man. I didn't forget. It's on my list. I just wanted to give you room to talk about Practical Magic 2, but I'm glad you noticed.
I appreciate you paving the way. But the one that like I'm really curious about is Aaron Sorkin's The Social Reckoning, which is a sequel to The Social Network. I'm curious just to see what they're going to do with that with different characters. Jeremy Strong, Jeremy Allen White, Mikey Madison, and Bill Burr in a Aaron Sorkin film, which is a sequel to The Social Network about some sort of internal thing that happened in the company in 2011. Aaron Sorkin, you could have him script, I don't know, baking instructions and it would come out pretty impressive. So that's something that like I'm curious about, but not trying to get too excited about. I'm
super excited for that one. I'm just saying, Sorkin and Burr just got off of doing his Broadway run, so I don't know, man. I think I'm all about that. I really hope that one works out.
Right. There's like a handful of like people that are making movies that you just watch their movies because they're really good at what they do. Spielberg, Christopher Nolan, Aaron Sorkin's writing something, or actually, I think he's directing that as well. I'm forgetting another one. I'm going back in the summer. Toy Story 5. Not many people talked about it. If anyone tonight.
That was going to be on my. That was going to be on my little list.
Gray, you mentioned it.
I mentioned it. I said Scary Movie 6, Toy Story 5. You know, we're working through it. They could be good, could be horrible. We'll see.
Yeah, and the two that I'm like, I won't say excited, just curious about is Mandalorian and Grogu. Because it could make $2 billion, I'd believe you. It could make $50 million, I'd believe you. Like I don't know what to think of anything Star Wars at this moment.
It's just that last season of Mandalorian was so weird and not good compared to the other ones, where it's like this
some
movie,
of it was decent.
Could it? Well, just for argument's sake, could this be what it used to be, just in a movie form, or could this be what it was leading to, and it wasn't that great?
If you told
me,
such
a weird trailer for it too. Like it's not the worst font I have ever seen in anything Lucasfilms. I don't know why they chose that font.
Preach.
Look at it. It looks like a fake logo from like 20 years ago.
I'm saying it because it's just funny. It's funny because you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. Because I'm thinking,
Charles, you said you got one more.
I'm thinking back to the trailer and I'm just laughing. Go ahead.
I think it's too little too late on Mandalorian.
I think so. It's funny. If you told me 15 years ago the amount of Star Wars stuff that I'd have, I'd be like, oh my God, that sounds awesome. And me from right now would be like, no, it really isn't. You're going to be so tired of this shit. But yeah, that's sort of depressing. And the last thing is Masters of the Universe, because that was such a big deal to me as a kid. I don't know if I have nostalgia goggles or what, but
man, it looks fun. It looks fun.
It does.
Yeah. There's something inside that's not clicking for me, and I'm just nervous.
I hope it's cool. I just hope it's fun and it's like 75% decent, because I know there's going to be dumb shit in it.
The last time they did He-Man on Earth, Dolph Lundgren was.
Yes,
I was going to say, can it live up to the Dolph Lundgren, Frank Langella thing?
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. And Jared Leto needs to stop being in movies, please. Can you just stop being in movies?
He was so good in like 2 movies, though.
They did do a 2002 He-Man animated series that was really good.
Yeah,
it was on.
It wasn't bad.
Was good.
I thought it was.
I just want Skeletor to call Beastman a furry fool, and then I will be so happy. You furry fool!
Well, there's 2 of them that you didn't mention, Charles, that I thought would for sure be on your list. So first off, coming in November 25th, it's Fokker-in-Law. Come on, man! They're bringing back the Fokkers.
Oh,
you've met the parents, you've met the Fokkers, but now he's a Fokker-in-law.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Apparently not Charles. I thought Charles gave a fuck.
I do not.
Okay. Well, you didn't mention what's coming out on August 7th, which I thought you would, since you had kind of a big thing on your channel for the sequel in the series, but Super Troopers 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't mention that at all, man.
Well, I didn't produce this one, so I'm not that concerned on it.
But you were a producer on 2. Come on, don't you want to be a part of 3 or celebrate it? No anticipation
to help them make this one. So no, I don't know. I was very excited for the second one, and I paid more than an average ticket price for them to make part 2. It was not worth my money. Is all I'll say. I'm excited.
It was no beer league.
I'm happy that it's happening. I'm glad that they got someone else to pick up the bill, but I don't know. It seems like some of those movies, when they get too big, there's this thing that they can't match. I don't know. Super Troopers 1 was really good, like as a, I don't know, like a secret. It was like this hipster thing where like, oh, I want to introduce you to this thing, and isn't this special? Not like everyone in the world.
Now everybody knows about that.
Right.
Yeah. That's what I said about the Christmas Story, and people gave me shit about it because I had seen it, right? And like, I had seen it, and like I told people about whenever I had moved, I'd like, oh, did you ever see this movie, The Christmas Story? And people were like, no, I never. And now it's on 24 hours a goddamn day.
Well, like
because you need to know about the Bumpus Hounds, man.
That's what Hollywood's problem is now. Like, they just think everyone's in on the inside jokes. We'll just reference the thing that everybody quotes, and we'll get a laugh. And it's like, what? Yeah, but we can watch the other thing for that line. Can you do something new with it, please?
Charles, I worry that your stance is not consistent because you brought up Practical Magic 2. However, we all know that the world is in love with Practical Magic 1. I don't know, man.
I have soft.
You square that.
What can I tell you?
I mean, it's not hiding behind it, because there are YouTubers that do that. They will shit on everything, and then they'll be like, "But yeah, this sucks," and you're like, "You like Buffy the Vampire Slayer? It's your favorite show of all time. Stop talking shit. Like, stop it."
Well, there's 2 movies that nobody mentioned that I'm really excited for. So the first one's on 9/18. So it's a week after, Practical Magic 2. But still, it's going to be a great one. He has shown me what he can do with his last 2 films, and I am just excited. But Resident Evil, man, the one done by Zach Krieger, I'm super into this. I think he could pull off something amazing. I love the entire franchise. And I hate those fucking movies. I think no matter what, it's going to be better than the Paul W.S. Anderson movies.
Raccoon City wasn't bad. It just needed to be two different movies. Like, have part 1 be its own movie. Have part 2 be its own movie. Why smash those 2 things together? Like,
I like that one a lot more than anything Paul W.S. Anderson did.
I agree. I'm just nervous for the.
He's taking a risk with the Resident Evil movie because it's essentially not even following the video games. It's like a cop in the city trying to get to a place. It's been compared to like Fury Road, where it's just like 90-minute like chase, I guess. I don't know for sure, because there's a lot of bullshit on the internet. But it's like I want it to be good. But it's for some reason Resident Evil seems to be something that Hollywood can't crack. Kind of like Blade for some reason. It's like
just fucking port the original movie. Just port the original game. Just take the script from the original game and just
Yes.
If there's someone that I trust to go off script, though, man, the dude who did Weapons, the dude who did Barbarian, I trust him. I want to see what he can do with this. I think no matter what, it's going to be really better than Paul W.S. Anderson's shit.
Yes, it'll definitely be
better. Yeah, oh, definitely, yeah. I'm just wondering, though, is it going to be kind of like the first Joker movie, where it's like...
you mean amazing, but nowhere near as good as the second?
But what I'm saying, though, is like, okay... Shut up. It's called Joker, but it has nothing to do with Joker. Like, is this Resident Evil in Raccoon City, but it has absolutely nothing to do with the video games, to where where it's like, could this just be that cop in Zombie Town?
No, it's just about a tenant who happens to be evil.
Yeah,
someone who lives in a place.
He's gonna have a really cool butler, though. He's gonna have an amazing butler.
There's an umbrella involved.
Is it gonna be one of those films where it's like, okay, yeah, it's Resident Evil name, and it's profiting off that name, but it has nothing to do with Resident Evil?
It's like the real Ghostbusters.
The real Ghostbusters was awesome. How dare you, sir? It had the greatest voice actor of all time, Garfield. But yeah, the other one that I'm super excited for is November 26th. It is this director's follow-up since the massive hit that everybody saw, everybody loved. It's Greta Gerwig's follow-up to Barbie, man. It's Narnia. I'm just saying, seeing what she could do with Barbie, which I had no hope for, no anticipation, and I found some real love there.
Wait, you like that movie?
I love Barbie, man. Barbie. Okay. It is an amazing movie.
There's a game that's coming out that I'm very excited for now that we're talking about fucking Barbie, the movie.
No, we're not. We're talking about Narnia, man. I have not previously enjoyed Narnia, but it's an interesting story. I think maybe her take on it could be awesome. So I hope that one's good. I don't know, man.
That would be cool because Narnia has some really good books. Like I like the books. I just hope I just wish they started with The Magician's Nephew. Like just start with that. And have it to where you get to see how it was made and like where this world came from. It would be kind of interesting to do. But yeah, the last thing for me on my list is a game that I am very unsure about. I don't know, but Marvel 1943, the game I'm kind of excited for. I hope it's fucking good because this could be awesome. Right. So it's Marvel 1943, The Rise of Hydra. It's an action adventure game developed by Skydance New Media, and it's inspired by the 2010 Marvel Comics Limited Series, Captain America, Black Panther, Flags of Our Fathers, which I did like. I did like that. I know some people didn't, but I did like it. And man, that could be really cool. That could be really fucking cool. But that's one of the other things that's on my list of things I'm looking forward to is that. And I hope it's good. There's so many good video games coming out this year. There's so many that I haven't even mentioned, but yeah, man. This year's going to be, it seems like if anything, at least there's a lot in all entertainment fields. It seems like there's a lot of like television / Netflixy, streaming service stuff that might be okay. I kind of tend to hit or miss with streaming services. Like there's stuff that I like I liked House of David season 2. I thought that was amazing. My mom watched this. I can't even remember what it was. It was an Agatha Christie thing.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. The Agatha Christie one. Yeah. It
was like a 3-part.
What was it in January?
Yeah, something like that. It was like a 3-part thing. But it was all right. It was okay because I like whodunits. I always like murder mysteries.
Was
that Scarpetta was okay?
Were you telling me Young Sherlock was good? Was that the one?
Young Sherlock. So I thought Young Sherlock was pretty fun. I thought that the acting was fun. I liked how it followed a narrative from the beginning to the end, but inside of that they had one big storyline, but they would have little like. I don't want to say monster of the week, but they had little storylines inside of the major storyline. Like he wasn't just focusing on one single thing. So you got to see young Sherlock do a lot of stuff. But I thought the acting was very good in that. And Colin Firth plays this uptight asshole, and it's kind of funny.
Most of the stuff that I'm anticipating for television were stuff that's coming out with like a second season or whatnot. Mm-hmm. Like some of it's already come out. The Pit season 2, which I still like the Pit. You got House of the Dragon season 3 coming out.
Right, and then there was the other one, the other spinoff, right? The Knights.
The Night of the Seven Kingdoms was really good.
A lot of people that I heard loved that show.
Yes,
so I'm gonna watch it.
That was extremely good. I really want to see Spider Noir.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that trailer really looked interesting.
Yeah, I really want to check that out. And then The Chosen season 6, I want to see that coming out towards the end of the year. Well. You've got what's it called? I'm sure you're going to get Landman season 3 probably. I'm sure Tulsa King season 4. Those will probably come out.
Oh, they dropped the trailer for the Punisher movie. That's coming.
Oh yes,
yeah,
that looks really cool.
That one looks pretty interesting.
So, but a lot of the stuff that I want to see are stuff that's either coming back or has already come out. But again, it was like for a second season. One Piece season 2 I really liked. I am looking forward to Lanterns. Hopefully it's good. And I'm kind of curious to see the Harry Potter series at the end of the year. Hopefully,
dude, have you guys seen the Black Snape rap?
No.
Yes, I did.
Dude, it's so fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
So funny. Was it my Patronus is a Hellcat?
They've been having fun with that one.
Good. Yeah, it's good. I think it's funny that the actor was like,
the SNL actually did a pretty good sketch on that the other night.
Oh yeah, Cam Patterson.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I'll have to watch that. Cam Patterson. That's Charles' other brother. So yeah, it seems like there's a lot. It seems like there's a lot of fun stuff that's coming out, and I don't know. It's hard for me personally because like the year is going by so quickly. But if you dream in president years, it feels like we've been here for fucking 7,000 months, and it just doesn't feel like it's ever gonna end. So hopefully we get some reprieve and we have some fun things to look forward to, because that's my main thing, man. Like Charles was saying, when the world outside sucks and it gets you down, getting beat down is something that, you know, can affect you really badly, especially if you feel like you're stuck. And entertainment, regardless of what people want to say, oh, it's just a movie, it's just a this,
it's escape.
It's an escape. 100%. It's an escape for you, even if it's for that couple hours, you know, or whatever. Or if you got a wife or a kid, you know, you can go see Mario, or you can go see this or go see that. An escape is good. So I hope that those escapes for people are something that they look forward to, and I hope it meets any expectation if you have any at all. I try to go in with very little expectation, because sometimes I end up not liking something and I'm like, oh man. Because I was one of the few, like for Captain America Brave New World, I was like, I'm going to give him a chance. I'm going to give, you know, the Sam Wilson Captain America a chance. I'm going to, you know, and then I was like, fuck, this would have been better if it was a Falcon movie. This is not good. This is not good at all. So, you know, yeah.
Yeah.
So that I just hope that there's some better stuff out there than we've been getting. For me, maybe it's just the stuff that I watch. So that could be, you know, that is a very big possibility, because I don't watch nearly as much as everybody else. So I just have to pick and choose better things.
Like the live action Moana, that's coming out too. So that's that should be on everyone's list.
Honestly, most of what I've seen this year, I've been fine with. About the only one that I really did not like was The Bride.
Is that bad?
I cannot get myself to watch it.
I thought it was really
me
bad.
too. I love me some Maggie Gyllenhaal. I want to like it.
I can't push play. I'm like,
that's kind of where I'm at.
I don't know why I'm blanking on the name of the actress who played the bride. She was good. I thought her performance was really good, but there was just
Christian Bale.
Oh yeah, well Christian Bale he was fine as Frankenstein, but
Jesse.
Yeah, I don't
know.
But it was it was a pretty bad movie. There were some creative decisions there that I just did not understand.
Yeah, Jessie Buckley. Sorry.
Thank you, Jessie Buckley. Yes, I thought she was good. She was, to me, one of the highlights of the movie. Well, I'll take that back. She was the highlight of the movie.
Yeah.
But the rest of it, the story around it, I think it would have been better if Maggie Gyllenhaal had just focused on one aspect. It felt like she had kind of mixed this pot of gumbo with all this different stuff, but then when you actually tasted it, it didn't taste right because none of it actually went together. It was just bad, man. Because the sad thing is, there were actually several things in there that could have been an interesting story had they gone down that rabbit hole and that been the actual story.
Mm-hmm.
So
I want to like it, but like Charles, I just can't quite pull the trigger on actually why it's like, but if it's in this limbo where, it's like Schrodinger's not quite bomb, I don't know.
Oh, it's a bomb.
I'm not sure. Well, who knows? Maybe it's an underappreciated gem if I never watch it. It's in this limbo. But yeah, that's hard to hear. I wanted to like it. You got a Gyllenhaal directing a Gyllenhaal on that. How could you go wrong?
Very good. Very true.
Charles, what's the worst thing you've seen this year?
Arc Raiders performances.
Does Melania count?
Yeah,
because that was
really
awful.
It wasn't the most captivating. It is one of the highest.
You told me about that, and I watched some videos on people talking about. Dude, I can't even believe you sat.
Everybody wants to know what it's like to pick clothes out for. That's all she does is pick out.
Should I wear this box hat or this other hat?
Oh my God!
How much does that hat cost? Oh, it's like $2 million. Fuck you.
With a cameo by the president, who only calls her. That's it. The voice of Donald Trump. Yep. Did you watch TV? No. Yeah. Like, these are things that I wouldn't want the public to experience. Did you watch the
thing? It's
no, I didn't
real,
watch
though.
it. Sure. If not that, Scream 7 was massively disappointing.
I've seen so many than that this year, though. Maybe you're not into bronzeploitation, but Bury 'Em Deep is pretty horrible. Again, I'm forgetting what country they're from, but there's this dude who kind of looks like Charles Bronson who doesn't speak English, so they just make a bunch of movies with him. Anyway, that one's horrible. But The Strangers Chapter 3, that to me is the worst thing that I've seen this year.
They lost.
I was promised. Well, I was promised he's finally going to explain why he's doing this, and we're finally going to see something new. And what we saw new really sucked. It's much worse than the other ones.
My wife,
my mom hated the Bone Temple. She's like, "This
really hated."
Yeah, she's like, "They're just all naked. I don't want to see that." It's like,
it's bros bonding. It's my number 2 of the year, man. It's right behind Nirvana, the band, to show the movie for me.
I was laughing at my mom when she said that.
You just don't Google the Bone Temple, whatever you do.
I'll Google away, man. It's quite the temple.
I bet it. My wife was massively disappointed with Scream 7.
Yeah.
It's a disappointment for sure.
Unless you're a fan of the franchise, in which you're.
She is. No, she is a.
Well, that's weird because
she was like,
I've heard from plenty of Scream fans that have tried to gaslight me into thinking that it's one of the best. Actually.
Oh yeah, she was like, this is fucking stupid.
Wow, that's so weird.
She never says it.
The second you see Ethan Embry, it's like
says that fucking about stuff. Like, she'll always be like, I always say, well, what did you think of the movie? She's like, okay, I'm like, well, did you like it? Well, we had dinner together and it was fun. And I'm like, why did you like the movie? She always said, no, this was just straight up. She looked at me, she's like, this fucking sucks. I was like, this must be really bad, because I wasn't paying attention. Like, I was just sitting there like this half the time. I didn't care, it's not something I would go see. I just wanted to spend time with her. So I mean, whatever. But yeah, man, crazy.
Wuthering Heights
you over Scream.
Awful.
It was really bad. Like, that was a take on that.
There's a movie that I watched that it feels incomplete. It's called The Dresden Sun. If you watch it within 5 minutes, you're like, oh, they didn't finish this movie. Christina Ricci's in it.
Ricci?
Yeah. Apparently it was on the shelf for a little bit. I wish they left it on the shelf just a little bit longer, maybe finished their CG work. Cold Storage, I just really didn't care for. I just don't care. Mercy, I actually, hearing everyone shit on it, I kind of appreciated it until the third act, where it was just like, oh, you don't give a fuck about common sense like at all, do you?
Oh, Mercy. I couldn't remember which one it was. The Chris Pratt one. The AI justice one.
Yeah, I liked it. I'm like you, Charles. The third act was definitely the weakest part of the film. Because the first two acts, it was actually pretty good. I was like,
that's what I'm saying.
I'm digging this.
I'm like 40 minutes in. I'm like, I don't know what these people are talking about. I kind of like this.
I said the same thing, man. I was like, what the hell are they talking about? This is pretty good.
Yeah.
Nobody.
And then the last
Cat in the Hat movie. Are you guys ready for that?
See, the funny thing is,
never ready for a Cat in a Hat.
Nobody is. Who cares?
The one solid when it comes to box office is family movies. And this year, there's a bunch of heavy hitters. You have Toy Story. You have a new Minions movie. You have a Cat in the Hat. Yep. I don't know what the fuck Moana's going to do. Mario. Shit, there was another one or two where it's like, yeah, I can imagine. I could see that making $1 billion. No, that is not what I was thinking of. Monsters and Minions, Toy Story 5,
Practical Magic 2.
Not The Sheep Detective, Mandalorian. I guess you can categorize that as a family movie, but there's a bunch of
one thing that might save the Mandalorian. I mean, family movies right now are cool.
Right. So, like, if domestic box office does 10 billion this year, if you were to tell me that 6 of it was from family movies, I'd be like,
movie, another one. There's Angry Birds 3.
I wasn't thinking about that.
There's the
Cat in the Hat was another one.
Hoppers. Moana live action will also fall in that.
Yeah, that's like this could be, can't be. Like I wouldn't be shocked. Oh, Jumanji 3. Like I don't know what to think of that. But there's a lot of like safe family stuff that could just sneeze to $1 billion. You
see, that's what I actually think is going to hurt Supergirl, because Supergirl is positioned right between Toy Story 5 and Minions.
Yeah,
I mean, literally right between them. And so I just think that families and most of the people are going to flock to see those two films. I think that's going to actually hurt Supergirl's box office.
Well, especially if like families are like, we can only catch 1 or 2 movies a month because of the way stuff's going money wise. And if you got 2, 3 kids, 1 kid, you're going to go end up seeing Mario before you go see, other stuff on those lines. Might be the one thing that helps He-Man out. Any of these films that have where you're bringing in 4 to 5 people at one shot buying the tickets is going to instantly get a boost. I think Moana did over $1 billion. I think, I mean, not
the other
Moana,
thing is
Lilo and Stitch last year. It did over $1 billion. Mario did close to $1 billion. The first one, if not hit $1 billion. The second one is
still $4 a gallon. People are really going to protect when and where they go to the movies.
Yeah, and they might just go to one a month, if at that.
Right. That's where that VOD shit comes in. We could wait a month for it to come out and have your friends over and watch it on Disney Plus or whatever.
Well, that's the thing too. You still have people, I'm not going to mention names, MSK, who talk about like this whole 2.5 of the budget and stuff along those lines, and completely toss out video on demand. And I would argue that video on demand is making some of these movies way more money than they're making in the cinema. I think the video on demand is saving some of these.
They don't split that. They split the theater money. They don't split the VOD money.
They gotta remember, like, the way that money works. This 2.5 doesn't work because you don't pay yourself. You don't pay yourself. That comes out of your budget as well. That's how you do things. Yeah. It's not like you're doing one for you and one for me and one for you and one for me. That's just not how this.
Yeah.
If that's the way it would do, then every single movie would be making, even if it made 300 million, be like, fuck, dude, I made everything back.
And Disney movies, when they go on to video on demand, are $30. Regular movies are $25.
Dude, most of it, it's 20 or 25. If you want to like buy it first, it's 20 or 25. And you're not, movie tickets are what, 15?
Yeah.
If you're on the high end, if you're making 90%,
right?
90% of $25, you're okay with making that money on VOD rather than people not strolling into the theater where you're getting 40% or 60% of $15. You're all right with that.
Especially
go ahead, wait, we're fine.
especially if these movie companies start with their streaming services, and if it goes the way that it goes, and they offer first run movies, you know, like and someone says, hey, you know, you could go to the theater, or I could stay at my house, I could pause it, you know, and I'll pay that little bit of extra, you know, because I'm at my house. Like that could be a huge thing. You might see movies making a fuck of a lot more money just because you could the ability of comfort of home, like you said, Charles. Gas is it, like, even where I live, right, where we live in like the third least, like, you know, the third most poverty state in the United States. Gas is like $3.90 here, which is awful. Like last year it was like $2.95. So like it's over $1 raised here. And it's like, I know people might be like, oh, well, we pay, you know, this. Well, that's just not how it is here. So if it's that bad here, I can't imagine what it's like the rest of, you know, the United States. So if I have the choice of staying home and watching it with my whole family, paying $30 or what is 20, you know, 20, $25, whatever, I might pick that instead of going out and if I can't see it in my local theater, which is cheap, I understand. But if I have to go to Pittsburgh, I am not paying $25 a ticket anymore. It's not happening.
Well, the other thing is, on the VOD stuff, they have magicians who are doing some fucking shenanigans with the dollars, and they don't have to report the numbers the way they do with the box office. So
yes,
they have some really high paid accountants that know how to make it look like something that isn't there.
Yep.
So they're doing fine. Otherwise, they would have tried to slow this shit down. They're speeding it up.
Yes. Oh, there you exactly.
Well, that's one point I was.
They would have tried to slow it down, and it would have been a course correction,
right?
As opposed to turning into it, they would have course corrected. That's
if
the
it
way
wasn't
all
working,
business goes.
Yeah, if it wasn't working, they wouldn't be rushing to video on demand.
Right.
If it wasn't working, they would be like, "Well, no, we're going to keep this in theaters for 6 months to recoup our costs," instead of no, after 30 days, you're going to be able to buy it on Prime. That just shows you that the theaters are more just another advertising block for them, where it's like, my buddy who goes sees movies all the time, Gray, told me this is good, so I'm going to wait for it to come on video on demand, and I'm going to watch it for $20.
Yeah, Scream 7 was the highest performer in the franchise, and it was out within a month. Like it was the most strong performer of all the movies, and they're like, like, we got to get this on VOD as quickly as possible.
Got to get
it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and it's like all those same people want to do those same metrics where it's just like, dude, you don't how do you not understand this? You didn't see this with music? Like, seriously? I know it's a different industry, but it's still entertainment. Who the fuck goes out and buys a CD? Like,
yes.
That's
the people that are hurting are the theaters. The funny thing about the theaters is they're just a building. Like they don't make the shit that you're going to see. They're just a fucking empty chasm that you can.
They're the Avenue shell. That's exactly what they are. They're just an Avenue shell. That's it. And
because of COVID, people like Universal, Warner, they're like, actually, we don't need your help.
Yeah, we don't need you anymore.
We can go straight to the customer. So sit on.
Well, you can get an 8K TV.
Right.
Top of the line surround. So it's no longer where it's like you need to see this in theater.
Well, some
arguable some, but not, mostly no.
Like I think the difference is when you're going to run into those films that are going to be event films that are going to drive people out there. But but a lot of those event films, they're going to get those premium screens. The IMAX screenings, the premium large formats, the D box, all of that stuff, where the theaters as well as the studios themselves can make extra profit off of it because they get those extra surges in ticket prices because of the little extra fees, that they throw on there for those large formats and screen formats. So
that takes more effort. And the studios don't want to try harder. They're just like, they'll eat anything, just throw it at them. So
I think that's why you only see it with a few films now.
Right.
You don't see as many that are like event films, like everything that we listed that we're interested in coming in seeing that's coming out. How many of those are actual events that everybody's like, I have to go see that on the big screen?
Three, maybe four.
Like I think they did a really good job with Project Hail Mary, making that feel like it was an event, because I think that did pretty well them compared to what they expected, or like it actually did better than that. And part of that was because it was an event. It was one that people were hyping up as like, okay, yeah, I have to go see that on the big screen. But again, you look at everything else that's coming out, there's not much that where you're like, okay, yeah, that's one I have to go see.
There's, to Warren's point too, there's also the home theater and projections are getting so much better. I have one of those
better.
I have one of those Philip balls, right? That like I take outside and we project on the side of my house. I just put a big giant sheet down, and dude, people from the neighborhood come watch movies on the side of my house. Like, it's a big thing. Like, it's fucking huge, and it looks like it's freaking HD. Like, it's fucking amazing. I'm gonna probably do Mario Galaxy on the side of my house. I have one of those old popcorn maker things. I bring that outside. The kids lay down blankets, and my neighbors just sit at their windows like this, because I have like a big. I take I have one of those Bluetooth speakers, and I just bring it outside and I just project right on the side of my house, and it's huge. It's gigantic. And like, it's, it's at the point where
you're that neighbor.
I like doing that stuff.
Just want to be clear. When I'm trying to go to bed and I hear Mario Galaxy from down the block, it's
right, because you're old as shit and you go to bed at 9 p.m.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm older than all of you.
I need to be awake at 3 o'clock in the morning for this shit. That's why.
Yes, I am that neighbor that brings joy to the neighborhood.
Fuck the neighborhood.
Hey,
I'm gonna go to bed.
If you lived in Mayberry like I do, you think differently. You would think differently.
Probably would.
But like talking about the entertainment and TVs, like I was telling you about that TCL thing, like most TVs, when you're for like genuine HDR, like big genuine HDR, you usually have approximately like 5,000 dimming zones on a television, right? Where you can get up to like 120 hertz, which will give you like very high end gaming. That's like what you want for your monitor or whatever, especially if you're running like a really high-end computer. These new TCL TVs have freaking 20,736 local dimming zones, and they're just native at 144 hertz. They can go up to 240. So you can run everything at 120 frames per second. Once you're being able to start watching movies that way and like things like that, that's like, I don't know if I'm going to be going to theaters. I
don't know, man. I'm saying go the other way.
You can't run
Bring
films.
me a CRT TV and a VHS. Like, I don't know. There's something to the graininess, and you can't really see the screen. It makes for a classic.
I mean, that's great and all, but I mean, you can run like any 4K DVD at that. You can do that.
The problem with that stuff is film is shot in 24 frames. You could.
It does. Yeah, but nobody runs when they convert it to Blu-ray or HD. They do make it 60 frames per second. Most Blu-rays are 60 FPS. That's how they do it. So like, I mean, you can get an 8K, which Japan is doing right now. Japan is doing 8K, which I don't even know what the hell that means. Like,
it's 8,000
just in the room with you.
It's 8,000 of it, So
I got this. It's like 8K is for 1,000, so it's 8,000. Is what it is.
So like,
16K TVs come out.
I'm gonna be purchasing one of these.
16,000.
Or
maybe it's gold. It could be gold. It could be carrot.
One of these QES TVs. I'm gonna try it out, see what it's like, and if I like it, cool. If not, I'll just have another television, which is probably gonna go in some room that I don't go in.
Stiff Kitten says FPS fucked up the hop, amongst other things, but that's because they shot it in 48 frames per second. Like things. I don't know, to film something in 48 frames
though,
and then retroactively have it go in 24. It does. I don't know. It was an attempt.
Yeah, it's got to be filmed 24, and whenever it's converted, it has to be done. That's the way that it's got to be done. That's how most compression is done.
Yeah.
And I couldn't see if something was filmed that way. First of all, the freaking Blu-ray itself would be like 290 gigs.
Well, people had like motion sickness in the theater.
That's true too.
Because it was like during the water scene where it's like really noticeable.
Right. Yeah. But I'm just
not everyone is James Cameron.
The point of the matter. The point of the matter was
I didn't watch it in the high frame rate.
Right.
The point of the matter is like technology is passing to where the home experience is almost better than the theater experience. Like, and being able to pause a movie and go to the bathroom and not miss something is a major selling point. Or for families, when you got a kid, what happens? You got to deal with the kid. You got something that come, that's more what I'm talking. Not the regular. Just I'm going with my friend to see a movie because obviously as an adult you're prepared. You can go and just sit down and
Well, popcorn costs a lot less in my house.
Yeah,
like,
fucking A.
Yeah, but the flavor call, man, you need that.
Yeah, you need the orange dust. The orange dust is
my floors aren't as sticky as a theater either.
So. Oh, mine are twice as sticky.
I got a maid, so she cleans the floors.
The problem is
awesome. No, Mr. Laps.
I'm like this. Clean it now.
When we were kids, movie theaters like there was nothing else happening. The problem is there's so much entertainment that people can have. In their pocket, they have so much they have access to so much different shit that can draw your attention. Movies just they really need to fight for your attention, and it needs to feel special now. And they're just not used to having to compete for your entertainment dollar, and they're just not doing a good job of winning over that money.
Well, remember back in the day, it's like either you go watch Ninja Turtles now, or you have to wait 8 months for it to come out on
a year, maybe
a year later. If you didn't catch it in that time period, you weren't going to watch it. Like if it came out in June, you were lucky to have it by December.
And even then, you needed
to go to Blockbuster first before you went and bought it. You had to go rent and possibly.
That's right. Yep.
And you needed to be one of the people that was there at the opportune time where you're like, hey, can you check the box down there to tell me can you see if anybody returned fucking Ninja Turtles? Because there's none on the wall. Yeah. And you have 17 empty boxes on the wall.
Yeah,
can you check in your little return box there? Yeah.
Yeah. Because
so you had to be lucky even then
that they did.
Right.
Oh, I
just hanging out. I heard someone drop something. Can you see if that's
the gas station I worked at in high school had a video store attached to it, and the lady there would let me check out the award copies that would come out a month before they was available. So I would watch the movie, and every once in a while be for your consideration would come across the bottom of it. But yeah, I get to watch them a month before they were available to be rented, which was pretty cool.
Yep. But yeah, that's how I experienced it. I remember having to rent Betamaxes before VHS. I remember that. Yeah,
I do remember that time period. You go to this video store, you rent a VCR.
Yes.
And then you would to watch the movie, and then you would have to take the VCR. It would be coming like a briefcase, like a sniper gun.
Yeah. Didn't you have to put a super deposit down on it too?
Yeah, you had to put money. It was usually $20 on it. Yeah, and it was funny because it was a briefcase, right? But it was before you had RGA, so it was you had to put the coax cable into it. You had to turn it to channel 3 and then make sure this one was on channel 3 because someone would always fuck it up and have it on the other input and be like, I can't get this to work. Why isn't it working?
The good old days.
I mean, dude, that's how I told the story about seeing Terminator 2 on Laserdisc, and it was the first half of the movie, and then I had to flip the Laserdisc over. I was like, this thing is this big. It has a big shiny disc, and you're like, I
think it was the 10 Commandments was on 4 VHSs.
Yes.
Titanic was 2 tapes. I always just watched the second tape because that's when the boat started sinking. I was like, yeah,
that's all the cool.
I don't need to see you draw anymore.
I made a stance. I've never seen Titanic. I've seen that scene. I know how to draw someone like a French girl, but no, I refuse to see that. But my classic 2-taper, Braveheart, man. Just saying, Braveheart was 2 tapes.
Do you know what happens at
Braveheart was 2
second tape?
I'm assuming they fixed the leak, right?
Yes,
dude. You don't have to watch the first tape.
in it.
Yeah.
The second tape, everything just pops off, and it's like, well, literally pops off, and you get to watch an action movie.
We're so inspired that the band went down with the boat. I'm like, fuck you! I'm not playing his music for this.
Hey, spoilers,
boat that's
man.
Going down.
Dude,
what?
It concerns me that kids today think that it's just a movie. Like we're officially.
Yeah, it's an experience. You can go submergible with it.
Oh, like the movie? What? What do you mean, like the movie?
You mean like the actual event?
Yeah.
Jack should have kicked her ass off that door.
It's like was it the Hindenburg when people are like, wait, you guys, the people actually flew in big giant blimps?
Oh,
like,
man.
well, you actually watch it crash and you can see people hopping out of that thing. They're not waving their arms because they're happy. They are on fire. It's the new way to travel, everybody. The new way to travel. But
what's
anyway,
going on in chat? Why are you guys being ultra creepy?
Oh, Dr. Mortis and Stiff Kitten are going about his vibrating chair.
Oh no, he's talking about the vibrating chair, and then they're talking about
they're being a little.
Turns out it doesn't have to just be a chair.
But
yeah, there's more stuff coming out this year that I'm excited for. Charles, you absolutely loved Ted, the TV show. Have you watched Ted season 2 yet?
I have.
Okay.
I enjoyed
it. How'd you like it?
I enjoyed it.
I think it holds up, man. It's better than the movie Ted 2.
Oh, all right. Yeah, all right. Yeah,
I wasn't a fan of the second one.
The second one was meh.
They have like a D&D themed episode too, which is kind of cool.
I thought it was great. Huge fan of that. I was really surprised by Wonder Man. It was a lot better than I had anticipated it being. And man, it could be like my favorite MCU thing. It's really cool. Free Burt came out. I know Charles loved that one.
Stop.
X-Men 97 season 2. I don't know. That's the one. I don't know the exact date. It's to be determined, but it's summer this year.
Yeah, but is it going to be good without?
It's got no DeMeo, which it sucks.
What I mean.
I'm totally team DeMeo, as everyone knows, but I can't even find my DeMeo thing. Okay, well, that took too long, so I'm not going to do that. Yeah, Tires season 3 is supposed to be coming out here, also to be determined. 3 Body Problem season 2. I really dug the first one, but
I didn't like any of the Marvel shows this year. I didn't like Wonder Man. I was not happy, but I also like Wonder Man comic books.
Gray, you can't read the entire calendar and just say, "I'm looking forward to this."
I'm not reading the entire calendar, man. I've got like 5 of them I'm really interested in. The Gentleman season 2. I really liked The Gentleman season 1 more than the actual movie. And that movie has McConaughey. And I'm just saying, hey, this is slightly better. So I hope season 2.
Is season 2 out already?
They need to make a movie.
It's to be determined.
Of Jim Carrey playing Matthew McConaughey like he did in SNL Jeopardy. That to me would be, they need that movie. I want to see that movie. But for the Wonder Man thing, I didn't think this. I should rephrase it. I didn't think the show was bad. I just like Wonder Man comics, so I was hoping that they would do more. Like,
dude, they completely redeemed the Trevor Slattery character for me. Like, just man, I dig what they were able to do with this. I'm a huge fan of Wonder Man.
I didn't think it was awful as a show. It's one of those things where it's like, that's not what I wanted from the character. That's all. That's not what I wanted from him. But,
I know nothing about the character, but it kind of seemed like the show didn't either.
That's good though, right? That you actually enjoyed it. So it means that there's other people that probably enjoyed it as well. I'm okay with that for the health of, you know, the shows in general, because if everybody hated it and then comic book nerds were just like, it still sucks anyway because it's nothing like the comic book.
I think you got to highlight Jaden's last comment. Oh, come on. The Gentleman, you know, the movie, it was just all right. Yeah, what can I say? I was a huge fan of that. And then the last one, I know Charles thinks that I've said too many, but The Chair Company, season 2. Supposedly it's coming out this year.
The Chair Company.
The Chair Company. It's HBO's
everybody.
No, it's Tim Robinson, you know, the I Think You Should Leave guy. Man, it is the most awkward comedy, and it is the weirdest fucking show, but man, it just connected with me so hard. It was one of my favorite shows of last year. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to
720 favorite shows of last year.
I just have come to the conclusion that you do not sleep. That's all. The amount of stuff that
sleep is for the weak. Come on, man.
You gotta remember, he watches all these at like 7.5 speed.
Oh yeah, you cheat.
While running solo runs of Arc Raiders, so
he
can grab
and taking care of a
pillows
and worth of animals
and fucking Dr. Doolittle over here.
Pears.
There is some second screening of certain shows. Certain ones are.
You can't watch 4 things at once.
Now he has to feed a virtual pet.
I told you about my Tamagotchi in confidence labs. Come on.
He's got to get the crappiest food. He can shoot out Exodus modules.
It's like 2 other things I'm super excited for this year. Netflix is bringing roasts back, and they're bringing it back with the roast of Kevin Hart. I cannot be more anticipating an amazing thing for this. Shane Gillis is hosting it, and then man, does it have kind of a stacked lineup. So
it does have a good lineup.
I'm really looking forward to that one. I think they're putting it out in it says releases May, so soonish. And then Ari Shaffir is doing this thing. If you remember his what the hell was his Comedy Central show called? Anyway, it was like a storytelling thing, and then eventually he got fired from it, and they brought in another host of it. Well, he's kind of doing it again, but man, his lineup is so stacked for this. He's got like Shane Gillis, Nate Bargatze, Tom Segura, Hinchcliffe, a million other people.
This is not happening with the story time.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about? That
this is
show?
not happening. Yeah. That's how I saw Netflix.
Like the model that you're talking about, the streaming thing.
Yeah, no, it's the Ari Shaffir thing. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, this is not happening.
This is not happening. Thank you. I was blanking on that completely.
No, that's okay.
Yeah,
that's okay.
Since he got say it 3 times in a row, it's fine.
Since he got that kind of taken away from him, and Roy Wood Jr. Kind of got brought in to host it, he still kind of has that idea. But yeah, it's kind of the same thing. There's multiple chapters. Each of them have like a similar through story, and then you get different comedians talking about each one. But seriously, Nate Bargatze, Jim Brewer, Chris Stefano, Shane Gillis, Hinchcliffe, Robert Kelly, Joe List, Mark Norman, Big J. Okerson, and it goes on from there. It's gonna be awesome. I'm actually gonna be shelling out money to watch this thing. I've definitely done the pre-order package. So yeah, man, I think that's the main thing I'm looking forward to. Other than that, there's a bunch of comedy specials coming out this year. Bobby Lee's finally gonna do his first special. So looking forward to some of that.
That's a lot of pressure.
Did you guys know that old Tony Hinchcliffe is bringing his Kill Tony show to Vegas for WrestleMania? They're going to be doing kind of like WrestleMania
last year
too, didn't he?
I'm not sure.
This is the first full. I think this one's going on Netflix, if I remember right. Because
they didn't show last year's, and Tony Hinchcliffe did the roast of WrestleMania last year.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
Shit, it went to shit. Some of the clips are so funny. It was so bad.
Yeah. Also, we should make it clear that the Tony Hinchcliffe's special on Netflix will also be released in the next couple of months. So,
because he's like a
2026 man.
Like a super fan of WWF.
Oh, he's massive. Yeah.
But there's not really...
I just know how much you guys love his show since it's on every Tuesday, and you guys are constantly going over how much you love it. So.
I'm not a fan anymore.
If that's what you're interpreting, I'm so sorry.
That's all I see is Kill Tony love on that show on TGIT. It's just like, wow, you guys really love this shit.
That is not the context of our,
you
of our
had
discussion.
the shit right. Got that. It's on there.
Thank God it's Tony.
Thank God it's Tony. They take a look at Tony's. Tony.
Oh my goodness.
Oh God. Dude, him and Red Band just needs to get married and get it over with.
Oh man.
You know, like good Lord.
I do love watching. Anyone watching this, you guys gotta check out TGITs on Tuesday with these guys. It is a fun show about stand-up comedy and the terrible state apparently it's in.
It's something.
The torture. It's torture.
It's definitely something.
I have to watch those things twice. Once to cut it, and then again after they're watching it.
I'm subjected to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It hurts me.
Thank you for subjecting us all to it.
I keep like optimistically thinking there's going to be a really good one. There's got to be a really good one. I'm still waiting. It's been a couple of dozen hours at this point where I'm just at some point someone's really going to be impressive. Someday.
It'll happen. It'll happen one day.
Yeah.
No, it won't. It won't happen. Well, thank you everybody for showing up, and we'll get out of here. But before we do, Gray, what do you got coming up this week, man? On your mustardness is
I'm watching stuff in the background, and then I'll be over on TGIT. It's a good question as to what's gonna happen there on Tuesday, but it'll be awesome.
Yeah. Warren, what do you got? I know you got a lot of stuff coming up.
Oh yeah. Saturday and Sunday I should be going live and doing more artwork for my show coming up on the 18th. On Monday, I'll be on with Melvin Cruz for our Art Brothers art show, where we're going to be doing sketch covers. I'm going to be doing a sketch cover on the new Energon vs. Cobra Commander #1, and I'm not sure which one he's doing on. And then I'm getting ready to start the Squirrel book, so I should be starting pages on that next week. I've got all the prep work done and prepared for it, so I should start rocking on pages, and then pretty much all my live streaming from that point on will be working on the Squirrel book. So
awesome, Bob.
Let's see. Just a couple things that passed I want to highlight in case y'all want to go back and check it out. It was on Chainsaw Reacts channel on Wednesday. That was a lot of fun. Also on Criticless Cast Unhinged last night with the Dad's Turn to Talk group. So that was fun. Nice. And then next week we've got Dad's Turn to Talk on Tuesday at 9:30 Eastern. We're going to be talking Galaxy Quest. So that'll be fun to go back and look at that movie. I love that movie. So gonna have some fun with that one. And I don't know yet what I'm gonna review next week. I know that Mummy movie comes out, so maybe I'll check that out. But there's also a movie
Lee Cronin's The Mummy. Lee Cronin.
We'll see. There's also another one with Bob Odenkirk coming out called Normal that looks kind of interesting. I doubt it'll be as good as Nobody, but I still kind of want to check it out. It's kind of like another action movie with him. So I might go see that one instead, but we'll see what I choose to review. But hopefully I have something out later next Friday for that. So,
Charles,
I might have some sort of weekend stream Sunday night. I have this idea of talking about nostalgia and how it weighs down our opinions of movies. And with that said, I might be doing a review of a movie that is mostly just nostalgia bait. And
that's a good topic.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's an idea. It's not an execution. So we'll see what happens. It'll probably be Sunday night.
Cool.
And then Tuesday, great comedy. Great comedy on Ticket.
Yeah. Yes. I have a lot of stuff. I'm getting my new schedule will be out this week, so I'll know when I'm available to do certain things. So that'll be nice. My boss said I can hire a bunch of temps, so I might not have to work as crazy a schedule as I normally do. But I have like 3 videos that I'm trying to finish. I want to put them out at some point. And then me and Warren, we're going to discuss a new day for doing the comic book show, because I just don't know what days I'm going to be available. So that's going to be rough. Friday and Tuesday won't change for me, because I've already kind of blocked off, like, if I have to work after I do shows, which I most likely will. But I am excited because next week on this show, we are going to be doing our top 10 sitcoms of all time, which I think should be a fun show.
Yeah.
And Perfect Strangers
will
appear somewhere.
Will be on Gray's list.
Will be somewhere. Yeah. Angela Lansbury's Jackie Brown. That'll be on there.
So Balky's on your list?
Murder, She Wrote.
Listen, Meepos I thought was Lost Island for a long time. I thought Meepos was where they were. It was gonna be Tony Danza versus Balky at the top of a volcano.
Well, I mean, you know who's the boss.
That's what I'm saying. There'd have been a better reveal than Mark Pellegrino. But yeah. So there'll be some changes, but the Tuesday show and the Friday show will always be the same. And some of the other shows will change, because I have a backlog of Lapsed Comic Fan stuff that I'm going to like relaunch in the summer, because I got about I think 10 shows in the can that I'll release every couple of weeks. So woohoo for that. But all right, everybody. Have a great night and have a safe weekend and all that crap that people say.